意大利2003年进入汽车行业，当时呢，我们的想法很简单，就是想把电池和汽车结合起来。我本人呢是工程师出身，每天大部分时间都在研究技术。
Exactly. So they already have an engineering discussion with my team, talk about this strengths of this technology and see whether there's a chance to engage to their next large ground farm project here.
Just now, Wang Chuanfu from BYD announced something that could destroy today's electric car industry. BYD's new sodium battery is cheaper, safer, and easier to make than the lithium batteries used in most electric cars today. This could make current electric cars useless, and the lithium market could crash as it struggles to keep up. What happens when an entire industry can't compete with a new, better technology? Tune in to see how fast this new battery could turn the electric car world upside down. A new era for electric vehicles. Recently, Wang Chuanfu revealed a major breakthrough, a new type of battery using sodium ions. This development could change not only the future of electric cars, but also the entire global energy market. It's not just another type of battery. It could reshape how we store energy and power our vehicles in a big way. But Wang didn't share one big secret, something that could change everything. Soon the world will know. However, cost isn't the only advantage. Sodium-ion batteries are also safer than lithium ones. They handle high temperatures better, meaning they are less likely to catch fire or fail in extreme conditions. This could give consumers more peace of mind when buying an electric car, which is important as safety has always been a concern for many. But that's not the only good news. Sodium-ion batteries are also better for the environment. Mining lithium can harm ecosystems and requires a lot of water. In contrast, sodium is easier and more eco-friendly to extract, making these batteries a more sustainable choice. This could align with global efforts to protect the environment and make manufacturing processes greener. Another game-changing feature of sodium-ion batteries is their ability to charge quickly. One of the main complaints about current electric vehicles is how long they take to charge. People are used to refueling gas cars in just a few minutes, so waiting hours for a battery to charge can be frustrating. The new battery could cut down charging times, making electric vehicles more convenient and appealing to a wider audience. It could also change the way we think about charging infrastructure, allowing stations to charge more cars in less time. As one of the world's largest electric vehicle manufacturers and a major supplier of batteries, the company's move to sodium-ion technology could have a big ripple effect across the entire industry. It might not just shape the future of electric cars, but also influence energy solutions on a much larger scale. The company is becoming an important player in the global electric vehicle, EV market, because it supplies batteries to many car makers. As more companies start using the company's cost-effective and high-performance batteries, its influence is growing. This will likely lead to more partnerships, competition, and collaboration as businesses try to include the batteries in their cars. Recently, the company made a big breakthrough with its sodium-ion battery technology. This could kick off a global race for new battery innovations. While some companies are exploring different battery types like solid-state or metal-based batteries, the sodium-ion batteries are practical and ready for mass production. This might push other companies to speed up the development of their own advanced batteries. Battery technology plays a crucial role in shaping the future of the EV industry, and the new innovation might be a turning point. Under his leadership, the company has focused on a forward-thinking strategy. He has long understood that battery advancements are key to helping electric vehicles become dominant. While lithium-ion batteries are the current standard, they have several weaknesses that sodium-ion technology could solve. By adopting this new battery, he is not only setting the company up as a leader in EVs, but also as a pioneer in energy storage, boosting their advantage in a quickly changing market. The sodium-ion batteries could also have major economic benefits. Lower battery costs could make electric vehicles cheaper, increasing demand and creating jobs in manufacturing, sales, and infrastructure development. Plus, since sodium-ion batteries are less harmful to the environment, they may face fewer regulatory issues, making it easier to set up new manufacturing plants. Governments focused on eco-friendly transportation may even offer incentives to companies using these sustainable batteries, speeding up their adoption. Next, see how a battery breakthrough is making gadgets cheaper and cities greener. Better batteries for cheaper phones and buses. The influence of the sodium-ion batteries could reach beyond the car industry. Consumer electronics, which also rely on lithium-ion batteries, could see improvements. Safer, more affordable, and sustainable batteries might lead to longer-lasting and cheaper smartphones, laptops, and other portable devices. So this battery breakthrough could impact more than just the EV market. It could change everyday technology we all use. But that's not all. The new battery technology may also have effects on global energy systems. His announcement signals that the company aims to reshape energy storage, supply chains, and even global politics tied to fossil fuels and rare earth elements. Looking ahead, it's clear that the sodium-ion batteries could transform industries like transportation, technology, and energy on a global scale. In an effort to reduce carbon emissions and promote cleaner ways of getting around the city, officials are running into a big hurdle: the high cost of lithium-ion batteries. These batteries are expensive, which slows down the expansion of electric public transportation networks. However, sodium-ion batteries, which are cheaper to produce and have better safety features, could help cities switch to electric buses and trains more quickly and affordably. This could speed up the global push for cleaner, more sustainable city transportation. The commercial transport industry, including freight shipping and logistics, could also benefit from sodium-ion batteries. Trucks, cargo ships, and airplanes are all looking for ways to rely less on fossil fuels by using electric power. But here's the tricky part. These industries need a lot of energy to power their heavy loads over long distances, which has kept them stuck using regular fuels. If sodium-ion batteries can be improved to provide enough energy for these industries while remaining cost-efficient, it could finally make it possible to electrify these sectors. This shift wouldn't just help the environment by cutting emissions. It could also lower fuel costs for companies that spend a lot of money on fuel. But that's not even the worst part. Right now, one of the biggest challenges these industries face is finding a battery with enough power to do the job. If sodium-ion batteries can step up, it could be a game changer. Sodium-ion batteries could also change the world of portable electronics. The same benefits that make them great for electric vehicles, like being cheaper, safer, and possibly charging faster, could be applied to devices like smartphones, laptops, and tablets. This would make these gadgets more affordable, safer to use, and more efficient. With consumers always wanting better performance at lower prices, manufacturers might turn to sodium-ion technology to meet those demands. Plus, because sodium-ion batteries are safer, they could help prevent issues like overheating, which is a common problem in today's high-energy devices. The consumer electronics industry isn't the only one that could see benefits from sodium-ion batteries. The growing field of electric aviation could also use them. Electric planes, still in the early development stages, need lightweight batteries with a lot of power to become a reality. Lithium-ion batteries don't quite provide the energy needed for long flights, which limits how far and how big electric planes can be. Sodium-ion batteries, however, could offer the same amount of energy, but at a lower cost and weight. If this happens, it could make flying cleaner, more efficient, and cheaper in the long run. Beyond just making air travel cheaper, sodium-ion batteries could help reduce the aviation industry's carbon footprint, which is a huge win for the environment. Sodium-ion battery technology could have a big impact on the renewable energy sector as well. As the world moves towards using more renewable energy sources like wind and solar, the need for good energy storage is growing. The problem with renewables is that they aren't always reliable. Solar energy only works when the sun is shining, and wind power depends on the weather. To keep energy flowing steadily, we need large storage systems to hold extra power when it's not being used and release it when needed. Right now, lithium-ion batteries are used for this, but their high cost and limited scalability make them less than ideal. Sodium-ion batteries, with their lower cost and improved safety, could be the better option, allowing more places to adopt renewable energy sources. And that's not all. Sodium-ion batteries could also make it easier for remote or off-grid communities to access energy, especially in areas that have plenty of renewable resources but lack reliable electricity. This could be a huge breakthrough in bringing power to underserved areas. One of the biggest long-term effects of sodium-ion technology could be in global energy politics. As the world moves away from oil and gas, the balance of power will shift. Countries that have traditionally held a lot of influence because of their oil and gas reserves may lose some of their power. Meanwhile, nations with access to the materials needed for renewable energy technologies could gain importance. Today, China controls most of the global supply of lithium and other rare earth metals, which gives it a lot of power over the electric vehicle market. But sodium is found all over the world, which could make access to these important battery materials more widespread. This could lead to a more balanced and stable global supply chain. The shift from lithium-ion to sodium-ion batteries could also lower the risk of supply chain disruptions. The current supply chain for lithium-ion batteries is heavily concentrated in certain regions, like China and South America, where most of the world's lithium is mined and processed. Any political tensions, trade issues, or natural disasters in these areas could easily disrupt the supply of lithium, leading to price spikes and production delays for electric vehicles and other technologies. Sodium, however, is much more readily available and can be sourced from many different parts of the world. This means the supply chain would be less likely to be impacted by these kinds of problems, creating a more stable and predictable flow of materials for making batteries. Now, discover how this new battery tech is creating jobs and powering change worldwide. Sodium-ion batteries and new jobs. Sodium-ion battery technology has the potential to create new industries and jobs as the world increasingly moves towards electric solutions. This shift will likely increase the demand for batteries, creating opportunities for both new and existing companies. Since sodium-ion batteries are cheaper to produce, smaller businesses and startups could more easily enter the market, competing with bigger, more established companies. This competition could drive more innovation in battery production. Switching to sodium-ion batteries could also lead to new jobs in fields like research, development, manufacturing, and supply chain management, especially in countries looking to expand their own battery production capabilities. From an environmental perspective, sodium-ion batteries could be game changers. While lithium-ion batteries have helped reduce greenhouse gas emissions, particularly in electric vehicles, their production comes with environmental issues. For example, lithium mining requires a lot of water, which can harm ecosystems, particularly in areas that are already low on water. Plus, the chemicals used in refining lithium and other metals can pollute the land and water. But this isn't the worst part. Sodium-ion batteries offer a way to reduce these environmental problems. They can be made with fewer negative impacts on nature, making them a more sustainable choice for large-scale energy storage and transportation. Another key challenge sodium-ion batteries could address is battery recycling. As electric vehicles and battery-powered devices become more common, the need to safely dispose of or recycle batteries grows. Lithium-ion batteries are tough to recycle because of the dangerous chemicals involved. In comparison, sodium-ion batteries are simpler in composition, making them easier to recycle and reducing the environmental damage from battery waste. The innovations in sodium-ion batteries could speed up the shift to smarter energy systems, like smart grids. Smart grids use advanced technology to better manage electricity use and distribution. Sodium-ion batteries, with their lower costs and high energy storage capacity, could make smart grids more efficient, helping utilities handle energy demand changes, rely less on expensive and polluting power plants, and more smoothly integrate renewable energy sources like solar and wind. But the impact goes beyond just grids. Sodium-ion batteries could also lead to advances in vehicle-to-grid (V2G) systems. These systems allow electric vehicles not only to use power from the grid, but also to send electricity back to it. With the widespread use of sodium-ion batteries, electric vehicles could act as mobile energy storage units, helping to stabilize the grid during times of high demand or even provide power during outages. This means electric vehicles would not just be modes of transport, but essential parts of the broader energy system, giving owners a chance to earn money by selling excess energy back to the grid. Yet this isn't the whole story. The development of this technology, led by the company, is set to reshape not just energy storage, but industries far beyond it. While the immediate benefits include lower costs, greater safety, and better access to energy, the ripple effects could reach areas like the global economy, healthcare, agriculture, and environmental restoration. The possibilities for long-term positive change are vast. Moreover, sodium-ion batteries could play a big role in boosting the green economy, which focuses on environmentally friendly practices like renewable energy and sustainable agriculture. By making energy storage cheaper and more accessible, sodium-ion batteries could help more businesses, especially startups, enter the renewable energy market. This could spark innovation in solar, wind, and other green technologies. By lowering one of the biggest barriers, energy storage costs, sodium-ion batteries could drive rapid growth in clean energy solutions. Managing extra energy when renewable sources like wind and solar aren't always running can be tricky. This is where sodium-ion batteries come in handy. Farms, for example, could use these batteries to store extra energy when there's less demand and then use it when energy is needed most. This helps keep a steady flow of power without relying on expensive and harmful diesel generators. For farmers, this could be a game changer, reducing the need to rely on outside energy sources and making costs easier to predict. Sodium-ion batteries can be useful not only in traditional farming, but also in newer methods like vertical farming. Vertical farming, where crops are grown in stacked layers, is becoming more important as cities expand and farmland decreases. This type of farming needs a lot of energy for things like lighting, water systems, and temperature control, and sodium-ion batteries can provide that energy in a reliable and affordable way. In cities, using renewable energy, along with these batteries, can make vertical farms greener, cutting their carbon footprint and energy costs. This shift could also make fresh, locally grown food cheaper and more available. And beyond farming, the healthcare sector could also see big advantages. Hospitals, for example, need constant power for life-saving equipment, and they usually rely on standard power sources and backup generators. Sodium-ion batteries could offer a safer and cheaper alternative, making sure hospitals have reliable power when it's needed most. But this isn't the only area where these batteries can help. Portable medical devices like insulin pumps and ventilators could last longer and be more reliable with sodium-ion batteries, reducing the need for frequent replacements. This would be especially important in places where power isn't always reliable, like in developing countries. Here, these batteries could help keep vaccines cold or power surgical lights, improving healthcare and cutting down costs. Outside of healthcare, sodium-ion batteries could also be crucial in disaster situations. When natural disasters hit, power is often knocked out, but having a reliable energy source is critical for emergency services to work properly. These batteries offer a solution that is both affordable and scalable. Mobile units powered by sodium-ion batteries could quickly be sent to disaster areas, keeping essential services running when they're needed most. And this isn't the worst part yet. In conservation efforts, sodium-ion batteries could make a real difference. Conservation activities like using electric vehicles in wildlife reserves or drones for replanting forests all need reliable and affordable energy. These batteries could be charged with solar or wind energy and used to power the equipment needed for monitoring wildlife or restoring habitats. This would make these efforts more eco-friendly and efficient, especially in remote locations. When it comes to replanting forests, drones are now often used to plant trees in areas hit by deforestation. But these drones need batteries to keep flying and planting. Sodium-ion batteries could help them fly longer and cover more ground, increasing the number of trees they can plant in a single mission. The same batteries could also power the electric vehicles and machinery used in these projects, cutting down on the carbon emissions created by these efforts. Could sodium-ion batteries truly replace lithium-ion in the EV industry? Or is this just another tech hype? Let us know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.